Disney is doubling down on Rachel Zegler's Snow White movie, even after she said this.
The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There is a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Yeah. Weird. So we didn't do that this time.
And it's because of statements like that that most fans have turned away and have no interest in seeing Rachel Zegler's woke Snow White movie. But even so, Disney is not afraid to lose money because get a load of this, initial costs for Rachel Zegler's Snow White movie film are already shockingly high. The report reads, a new report details that the initial cost for the Walt Disney Company's live-action Snow White film starring Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot came in at $209 million. Now, that report was just as of July 21st of 2022, and ever since then, there have been additional costs that have brought up the budget north of $300 million. Now, you guys can go read this article. It's on Bounding into Comics. Now, just to put this all into perspective as to why Rachel Zegler's Snow White movie is going to be the biggest box office flop for Disney, you have to understand this and pay close attention. The Little Mermaid is considered a box office flop with only raking in $569 million. This movie needed north of $800 million to break even. Well, The Little Mermaid only had a budget, I say only, had a budget of around $200 million compared to Rachel Zegler's Snow White movie with around $300 million. I'm telling you, this is going to be Disney's next huge box office flop, huge box office disaster. And we have to be honest here. We know why this is. It's not just because Disney is making all these weird woke changes to a classic Disney movie. No, the biggest reason why Rachel Zegler's Snow White movie is going to be a huge disaster for Disney, a huge disaster for Hollywood, really, it's because Rachel Zegler is making this Snow White movie all about her because it seems like she just can't keep her mouth shut. You know, telling everyone that would listen how much she hates the original, how much the original was bad for women, and how she's gonna make Snow White into the boss, right? She's gonna make Snow White into a revolutionary. I've spoke about this before. Her Snow White movie is going to be a socialist revolutionary that's going to lead this huge revolution against the evil queen or some shit. That's what this Snow White movie is going to be about. Now, I will say that I feel bad for Rachel Zegler for completely ruining and destroying her career because I've seen nothing but bad things about her on the internet. And I am not making this video to add fuel to the fire. That's not what I'm doing. I am making this video to expose how stupid Disney is for making these movies, for literally burning money. I mean, if they are in the business right now of giving money away, there's a lot of people in Hawaii that can use $300 million, you know? Cancel this movie, get rid of it. It does not need to see the light of day. I don't think anybody will miss it. In fact, I think, and I 100% believe this, I believe that if Disney just completely cancels this movie, if Rachel Zegler goes on a press run, she says, you know what, we saw what we made, we saw that it did not hold up to the classic Snow White movie, and we apologize. We apologize for making that movie, and sometimes things just don't work out. I think that will salvage her career a little bit. I think people will regain some faith in Disney. They would realize that, okay, they're open to change. They're open to do the right thing. Maybe we can come back to Disney. But of course we know none of that's going to happen. They're going to double down because they're going to refuse to own to their mistakes. They're going to refuse to say that they were wrong because they have shareholders and all that, you know. So this movie is going to come out. Snow White is going to be the biggest box office flop in Disney's history. But save this video, I can almost guarantee this is the case. This movie is probably going to lose Disney, 300, 400, maybe $500 million, because I really don't see anybody going out to see this movie. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think down in the comments. And like always, don't forget to subscribe. Sensational.